The Beatles were over when Paul McCartney announced his decision to leave the band, but one expert has revealed there was more to their split. Tensions had been rising between the bandmates long before Paul left, and by April 1970, he decided he'd had enough and announced his decision to quit the Beatles. Fans were devastated, but author David Stark has explained it was actually John Lennon who sparked the end of the iconic group. Stark, a lifelong Beatles fan, admitted he wasn't surprised when news of the split was made public. It was obvious by the end of the 60s that things were changing, he told the Mirror US. By this time, John was in a relationship with Yoko Ono, and Paul had been working on his own things. The musician released his solo album in 1970 and went on to form the band Wings. While it made headlines when Paul left the band, Stark told us, in actuality, John had told them all that he was leaving in September '69, and he kept it quiet. However, there was one person John told his plans to. The only person he told from the press was a chap called Ray Connolly. John swore Ray to secrecy, and Stark suggested a reason why the writer agreed. The expert said, if Ray had published the story in '69, that would have been the end of his career. Speaking about the end of the Beatles, Stark explained he chose to remain optimistic. I was upset, but on the upside was the Beatles splitting, and they all made solo albums, so we had 4 times as many records to listen to, he joked. Stark continued, they all made some great records. And of course, all good things come to an end. And I'm still a fan today. The Beatles have a lasting legacy and are still continuing to gain fans around the world. Stark tried to explain why the band has continued to achieve huge success. As he told us, the Beatles were so dominant. But every record they made, every single was different. Every album was a progression on the last. He concluded they put out these amazing songs, and they're still mostly all stand up today.